This grammar video is going to be about auxiliary verbs and questions. Auxiliary verbs are also known as helping verbs. Most questions in the English language are formed with auxiliary verbs. Some examples of auxiliary verbs include words like did, does, do, is, are, and many more. Let's take a look at auxiliary verbs in yes and no questions. So the formula, or the pattern, starts with the auxiliary verb, then the subject, then the main verb, and then the rest of the sentence. Let's look at the first example. Do you have any money? This is a yes or no question. Next example. Did the girls forget their phones? Again, a yes or no question. Also remember, the main verb usually always stays in the base form, whether it's in the simple present or the past. Okay, now let's look at some question words for information, because next we're going to look at information questions. So when we're looking for information, we usually use the following question words, like who, what, when, how, why, or where. Now for information questions, we start with the question word, then the auxiliary verb, then the subject, main verb, and then the rest of the sentence. Let's look at the examples below. First example, how do you study so much? Here we're looking for information. We're looking for details. Same with the next example. Why does he talk fast? Again, information. This is not a yes or no question. We want details. We want information. And again, remember the main verb usually always stays this in the base form here. Okay, let's do a little practice. Are you ready? In the first exercise, I want you to write yes and no questions with the words. Let's look at the example. The example here, we have she, our subject, visit, in the past, which is our main verb, and then the rest of the sentence, the museum. So our answer is did, remember past, did she visit the museum? Our base verb stays the same here. So go ahead and pause the video for about a minute or so to complete the exercise. Then when you're ready to see the answers, press play. Okay, here are the answers for exercise 1. Pretty easy, right? Now, let's move on to exercise 2. I want you to write information questions with the words. Let's look at the example. What your car look like? Present. Okay. So the answer here is what, this is our question word, does, auxiliary, verb, your car, subject, look like. This is going to represent the main verb. Pause the video and take about a minute or so to complete the exercise. Then press play when you're ready to see the answers. Here are the answers for exercise 2. Now, I want you to go to page 91 in your book and start with activity A. Just like in the practice, you will write yes and no questions with the words. The first example is already completed for you. Pause the video and take about a minute or so to do the exercise, and then press play when you're ready to continue. Okay, here are the answers for Activity A on page 91, questions 2 through 4. Now, continue with Activity B. I want you to write information questions with the words. Again, number 1 is already done for you. Pause the video for about a minute or so to complete the exercise, and then press play when you're ready to continue to see the answers. Okay, here are the answers for Activity B on page 91, questions 2 through 4. For additional practice, complete Activity C on your own and also go to LMS online. Thank you.